welcome back to Total Spotfest. This is JJ Brownlee. That's Jamie Faulkner. That's Jamie Faulkner. We are coming back at you here. Confirmed. We are coming back at you here. We got another action-packed episode. Big week in wrestling. We got Journey Pro snapping off tomorrow with a fantastic evening of wrestling and other stuff. Some Dynamite to build up for All Out, as well as a bunch of interesting other news around WWE, Japan, all sorts of great stuff. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for listening. Welcome in. If this is your first time here, you can definitely leave a comment down below. If you're watching us on YouTube, you can hit us up on Twitter at Total Spotfest. Give us any comments, criticisms, movie recommendations, whatever you want. I don't care. Jamie will get into a fight with you about something. We literally just got into a movie fight minutes ago.
Yes. I'm going to put it out there for the universe, just in case you don't know. JJ doesn't like Big Trouble in Little China, and my heart broke a little bit.
He looked at me like he looks at one of his daughters, like, I'm not mad, I'm disappointed look.
Oh, it was 100% that look. Like, I can't believe you're saying this to me.
I don't like Big Trouble in Little China. I'm sorry. I never watched all the way through because I'm not a fan. So
good.
Anyway, but thank you guys for joining us here. Jamie, how has your week been otherwise? I know you've had a busy week at work, but at least you don't
busy
have,
week
your noise level around the house has been down, right?
Yes, the girls are back to school, so it's been a beautiful time in the Faulkner house. I've enjoyed a couple days of silence. It's been very nice. But yeah, not terrible. Not terrible. Good. Lots of good wrestling going on right now. It's kind of a fun time again. It's getting back to being really fun in the wrestling world.
Well, it's interesting you said that here because I wanted to ask you a question. I was going to say, do you believe that there is, because there's almost, and we'll talk about a little bit some of the stuff here. We got some news and headlines coming up in a bit, guys. But do you feel like, especially because there is a bit of civility for the first times in their existence between AEW and WWE. I mean, the whole calling somebody behind Tony Khan's back thing aside, there's actual somewhat, we don't really care about the other one. I hope they do well. That's fine. Do you feel like this is maybe beginning to be a golden age of wrestling?
I kind of think we're on the precipice of something amazing.
I mean, golden age is a broad statement, I know. But
yeah, I hate to say it, the golden age was the late 80s into the mid 90s. That's 90s, the golden
early
age.
90s was the shit. Yeah.
Well, to mid 90s. I mean, when Raw and Nitro, even into the late 90s, that was the golden age in my opinion. Yeah. And we happened to live through it. We were teenagers. That was the pinnacle of our wrestling fandom, if you will. But now I feel like we're getting into this new place where independents are huge right now, which is great. There's a lot more latitude now for talent, especially on the AEW side. I think that's great, and it seems like they're bringing back the latitude to the WWE side. I'm really curious because Wrestling Revolver's got a show September 17th. It still has Karrion Kross on there, and they haven't taken that off, and he's been announced for over a month.
You think there might
if they allowed WWE guys to do indie shows, holy shit. So I'm just putting a pin in that. It's gonna happen up in Des Moines. Swerve Into Your Glory is gonna be there. We might have to make a trip up there to see Wrestling Revolver.
We didn't get to see Ruby. Hey Ruby, when she came up for her Revolver debut, unfortunately, and we'll have to see. I don't know what the I don't know what your schedule entails around that time or whatever, but man,
I'm wide open.
We've spoken. Okay, well then we'll talk later about this. Jamie and I will off camera, but we enjoyed Revolver, and you can definitely check out Revolver. By the way, for those of you thinking I can't make it to Des Moines or I can't make, you can find them on Fight TV. I think it's only $20 too for their show, and it's
it's cheap.
Their last show was a banger. You had the Reunited Rascals and just Just all their shows, like Sammy and his guys, they put on a hell of a good show.
Yeah, Jake Christ is there, and he's like huge right now, like everywhere.
Oh yeah, oh my god,
dude.
And they always have a death match involved. Oh, I know. Okay, well, we'll do a little bit of headline here. I don't know if you saw this. It was I don't know if it was a headline or a tweet or something I saw. It was a tweet of a headline, whatever. But Masha, who, by the way, Masha's killing it in Impact. She's going to be Impact champion at their next big pay-per-view. I'm calling it. That's my prediction. I'm putting it out there. I'm putting it out there, right? So Masha is confident that she'll be able to get a death match inside of Impact in the near future.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
I mean, they've come pretty close. That last Monsters Ball between Sammy and Moose was bloody AF.
Think about Masha and Havoc in a death match. Give me some of that.
I would like to see him do a Monsters Ball death match.
Oh yeah,
have like Masha, Havoc, Rosemary, and then somebody who you wouldn't expect to be in it, but you're gonna love this, Deanna.
Oh, Deanna would not bloody up that beautiful face of hers.
She wouldn't, but can you imagine? But she's got a violent side to her. I just want.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm fancy booking. Let me fancy book. So.
Hey, we're gonna be doing that here in a little bit. Spoiler.
Hey, let's get to it then. So, okay, we want to talk about tomorrow. Tomorrow, we love you tomorrow because tomorrow's a day away, and it's the Next Journey Pro show. So, Weekend at Journeys.
Weekend at Journeys. Duh.
Numero dos.
I like duh.
Duh.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah,
I speak French?
I know French.
Okay. That's about all I got.
The Weekend at Journeys. Why?
Yeah. Weekend at Journeys. Vine? Is Eins? Vines? Vine?
Eins?
Is it Vine?
Zwei.
Ah, damn it. Zwei. Yeah.
Zwei.
See, I'm not so good at the German, ladies and gentlemen.
I took German actually in high school.
Learning foreign languages.
So we're learning Jada doesn't like Big Trouble in Little China. Jamie's got a thing about foreign languages. Anyway,
I've started to learn Japanese. Okay.
Oh, you have?
I've actually decided I'm going. Yeah, I
legitimately thought about that. I was like, you know what?
It's that the car. The car is black.
Okay.
That is, the shirt is white. Yes.
Look at you.
Busting it out. All right. Anyway, so let's go ahead and talk about Weekend Journeys 2, zwei, dos, whatever you want to call it. 2. So we have a big
Roman numeral. What the fuck are you doing, Jamie? Come on.
Hey,
Stop.
I don't know. All right. Big show. All right. So let's just run through the card real quick. So you have Gary J going against Luke Langley. I think there's going to be some shenanigans afoot in that match.
Mm-hmm. More than likely.
You have the bona fide banger of the group. I say this match 100% steals the show, as it fucking should. And that's JDX going against Darian Bankston. That match is going to go hard, and I'm here for it. Future stars in this industry. If you've not seen Darian Bankston, if you've not seen JDX, you absolutely need to do yourself a favor. Both friends of the show.
You know, we can't get Darian on here because he don't have his Twitter not open.
Yeah, I'm working on that Friday night.
All right, we'll figure it out.
Then you have the reckoning of Jay Bad Buns Fowler and one Jeremy I Don't Do Lion Tamers Wyatt going against the new face version of the Premier. I feel like shenanigans will be afoot in that match as well.
I'm not convinced it's the face-ish version. I'm not making them full
tweeners.
face yet.
They're tweeners. It's cool.
I think SK could, but Campbell just that guy.
Yeah, I love me some Campbell though.
I do too.
All All right, so then you have the death of Vinny Pacifico. He's going against Moonshine Mantel. He's gonna get destroyed. There's no way in hell.
We loved you,
I'm
Vinny.
calling it.
We loved you. I mean, your guys' nut skits with Bussy were fantastic, but rest in peace.
Yes. Yes. Then you have Technical Difficulties, which is their debut here. They are from Team Ambition out of St. Louis, going against Man's World, which is Dean Alexander, and I've already totally forgot the other guy's name.
Wow.
Yeah, sorry. But they're based out of Atlanta, so that should be a fun one to see. And then my other match of the night, before we even get to the main event, Kenny Alfonso going against the commission's hand-picked opponent of Kevin Blackwood of GCW fame, ladies and gentlemen.
This match will fuck.
I know. And, Megan's coming with us.
Yeah, I do know that.
It's
yes.
official.
First,
yeah, Megan's coming with us. I showed her some Kevin Blackwood. I showed her some Kevin Blackwood, and she's like, he's hot. I'm like, he kind of is, but
not gonna lie,
he's also kind of really good in the ring. And she's watched. She's like, oh my God. Yeah, so Megan's getting back into wrestling. So look out. My title will hopefully stay with me. But then you have your main event.
You forgot one. It was the guys.
Oh, sorry. The guys Tasty Mix Challenge. We don't know who the people are at all.
But it's confirmed to be happening.
Yep.
So there's that.
Yeah. Then your main event, Christian Rose defending Journey Pro Champion, going up against, what's his name? Jake something.
I like what you did there.
You're welcome, internet and podcast providers alike. That was a solid joke. Solid. Yes, that is your card for tomorrow night. Lots of good matches. Really looking forward to that Kevin Blackwood, Kenny Alfonso match. Just because I get to see Kenny go against Kevin Blackwood in front of my face and not on a TV screen.
I mean, that match is, it's going to be unbelievable. I mean, I think we know that, JDX and Bankston should be the show stealer. That's pretty obvious. But, I mean, Kenny and Kevin, oh my God. And then we don't know. So Hoodie Hallett tweeted out just the show graphic, right? Just like the poster, and has some veiled kind of coded message threat thing thrown out there. Shenanigans are at foot is kind of the plan. So there's no Halletts on this card. I think we may see them tomorrow. I have a pretty good feeling. My gut is telling me we're going to have Halletts doing some heel shit tomorrow. That's really my thought.
I agree. I totally agree. And Megan gets to be there for it, so I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good time. Now, I do want to say this. So today, Chris tweeted out as well that if you are going to the show or you can't make it to the show, maybe you're working or you're working at a restaurant, whatever, I don't know, but you want to do some hang out with some wrestlers and stuff after the show at the bar, The Ship. There's going to be the Journey Pro after party. So it's going to be live music. It's a bar, so there'll be adult beverages for all, as well as non-alcoholic beverages for our driving friends out there. So just FYI, that'll be going on. There's going to be a secret password for like free cover or whatever. I don't remember. But keep a lookout for that. But I think the turn is, I kind of really digging the later start Friday under the lights thing. It's going to be cool, man. It's going to be a completely different show than the last Lemonade Park for sure, but I think it's going to be really cool.
By about 20 degrees.
Well, there's that. Yes, it's going to be
It's supposed to be 86, and I think the last one legit was 106 degrees. It was so hot.
It was
hot.
I have permanent tan lines. They're not even, I don't could call them tan lines anymore, but permanent tan lines from that show. So
might be some carcinoma.
Keep an eye on it. It's fine.
But okay, so let's talk about the Tasty Mix. There's one person that I'm gonna do the independent wrestler spotlight on that I would love to see in this match.
All right. Well, let's do it because, as you know, every single week we like to highlight somebody who you may have seen, maybe you haven't seen. We like to have somebody to focus on for our independent wrestler spotlight of the week. And it sounds like you already have somebody prepared, Jamie.
I do. I really do. And this is none other than the feminist killjoy, the matriarch of mayhem. She is not your babe. Sawyer Wreck. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God, give me Sawyer Wreck. Please give me Sawyer Wreck.
Sawyer Wreck is a phenomenal independent wrestler. She is a purveyor of violence like we love here.
That's an oversimplification, I feel, but yes.
Yes. She loves to inflict pain along with getting pain. She is honestly a deathmatch
queen
person. She does that. She has done death matches. She will be at Art of War 2 going against Charlie Evans for GCW on September 3rd. She's the real effing deal, ladies and gentlemen. Like, she's had some banger matches. But, she's got that coming up. She's got a few other things coming up. You can follow her on Twitter and the Instagrams, both alike, at Sawyer Wreck. And that's SAWYER WRECK.
Fantastic. Links, of course, down below if you're watching us. I have been a fan of Sawyer Wreck for a little bit now. I discovered her during pandemic. Because during pandemic, what was a promotion that was actually open and still running? ICW. They were doing outdoor shows in Florida, right? And I don't know what your memory is of your first Sawyer Wreck experience, Jamie, but I saw a match, intergender death match, in the middle of a surprise pouring down rain thunderstorm between her and I believe it was Brandon Kirk. Don't quote me on that. It might have been somebody else, but it was an intergender death match, I know. And I'm just like, who is this woman? And why am I in love? It's like she was just violent and just, proficient, but personable, and in the middle of a pouring down Florida torrential downpour, and I'm just like, give me all that. So she's been a staple on GCW past few shows. ICW she's done quite a bit of, a lot of that stuff. So give her a follow. Absolutely good call, Jamie.
Yeah, she was just at GCW Homecoming.
Yep.
So day 2 and in a death match. Like,
of course,
she is insane.
That death match was ridiculous.
She's insane in all the right ways.
I couldn't remember her name, but it was, oh my God. She did an air raid crash from the ring into what I can best describe as what you would envision a screen door, except the screen was barbed wire.
Mm-hmm.
And
and she's a tall drink of water too, man. I think she's like 5'9", 5'10".
Yeah, she's 6 foot, I believe. Yeah,
she's tall.
I think she's the same height as Kylie King. I think she's 6'1", if I'm not mistaken. But
dude, Kylie King, if she's not getting signed by AEW soon, they're missing out because Homegirl is ridiculous.
Well,
we'll talk about that later.
We'll talk about her in a second for sure. Speaking of GCW, so fantastic. Once again, follow Sawyer. Definitely worth it. Now, I wonder if you let me ask you this, because I saw you retweet it almost instantaneously when Heidi put a picture of her and Sawyer together backstage somewhere and said, "Hey, promoters, who's making this match happen?" You were like, "Oh my God, Journey Pro."
Yes.
Okay, so that was your precipitous for this.
Oh yeah. I mean, I
Okay.
saw that, and it's like, oh my god, I've never seen her live. I've only seen her on GCW stuff. And it's like they have that show coming up in Edwardsville on the Kansas side. Like,
I
let's have
mean,
a match outside.
I Chris Hartzell. I think Journey Pro can handle a death match. I'm just saying. I know I could.
One per
Just
year.
saying. Just saying. Speaking of GCW, so they got big old weekend. All Out weekend's coming up here in a couple weeks, and which means that belt is going up for grabs. Finally, it's been in your clutch for way too long. I need it back in my house. It's happening. It's happening. But lots of stuff around it. GCW is once again doing a full slate of shows in Chicago. Big Gay Brunch is bigger and gayer than ever. on one of Effie's Twitch streams a couple weeks ago, he actually was going over the menu he had just literally like before the stream started finalized for the brunch. It's so over the top. It's like, oh my god, it's fantastic. But
I can only imagine.
Art of War Games is one of their shows that you made mention of. Sawyer is going to be wrestling in that, and the War Games, because they do an actual War Games match. But GCW style. So it's 2 rings with cage, but it's also just more violent. You know, basically.
Times 1,000. Yes.
Which I mean, War Games in itself. But this year they're doing 5 tag teams in it instead of two like large teams, right? Like they did last year. They did the Ohio boys, the 303 versus Nick Gage and the First Gear crew, including Effie, right? You know, this year they're doing 5 tag teams in it.
Oh my god.
And Bussy is one of them, and it's like, oh my god.
Of course.
Oh my god. It's like, anyway. We're definitely going. We're not going to Chicago this year. We're going to watch All Out, but I'm thinking I might just buy GCW as well. I mean, just make it's Labor Day weekend. Make
At least one of them, yeah.
The Art of War Games, I really want to see. I really want to see, especially that match. So,
Same.
The other news that's out there. So, all right, Dynamite was in Cleveland this week. And I made a prediction which I knew wasn't going to come into fruition. I talked about it. But this past Monday, we had somebody return to WWE.
Sure as shit did.
The Rebel Heart himself, Mr. Johnny Gargano, to the surprise of literally no one. I'm kidding. The crowd was super amped.
I was not surprised. When
it happened, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. It was still cool.
I mean, as soon as Triple H was in charge, I'm like, he's back. Ciampa's getting a push. And it's like, I just went down this list. Like, these are all things I think are going to happen. So far, 5 out of 6 checkboxes have happened.
The 6th one might still happen. Probably will.
Yes.
Still, though,
just have to let him in.
I just love the fact that Vince McMahon is probably sitting at home watching this 5'3" homunculus leading off his premiere show as the being propped up to be basically the top babyface. And him just like, oh, because it literally John Gargano is against everything that Vince McMahon wet dreams about.
Yeah, 100%.
Talented wrestler who's too short.
And you know what? Raw did over 2 million for 2 consecutive weeks. It's been a long time since they've done that, just for the record, ladies and gentlemen.
It's been better. I didn't watch a lot of it this week. Just got other stuff going on. But, of course, I watched the women's tag match because I had to watch EO. I watched a couple other things. I watched Dexter Lumis kidnap The Miz out of nowhere just for shits and giggles, apparently.
I saw him appear on NXT. The Index scene was so heartwarming. It made me happy, actually. It literally warmed my heart because those two were so cute together, and that's when NXT was honestly towards its pinnacle, in my opinion. Just a little bit maybe past it.
A little bit past.
But oh my god, like it was just like such a heartwarming moment. They saw each other and they hugged and kissed. It's like, oh my
It
god.
was such a good moment. And then they wrapped it up because he's going to be in Raw. He's going to be in the main roster, but they wrapped it up in a satisfying way, right? So good storytelling there. But they got some good stuff going on there, and it makes sense. We knew, that the likelihood is that the Garganos would be back, and Candace is not far behind, probably. If she wants to, she might not want to. She might want to stay being with the kid for a little bit longer.
They said that they were a package deal, though.
They did. There's no word of when she's going to show up too, but they might just be kind of sandbagging that too. You're waiting for the right moment because they just brought back Bailey, Io, Dakota. So you don't want to play all your cards at once. So it makes sense. And to be fair, in WWE he gets Rebel Heart for his entrance, and I don't think I could hear Johnny Gargano with another song.
It would be really weird.
It'd be really tough because that song is so goddamn good and perfect for him.
It really is.
Oh. So, anyway, I said WWE is warming me back up slowly but surely, right? I'm not saying I'm diving full back in, but I am much more open to it. We've long said if Triple H had the reigns, it'd be a better experience, and I think we can say that. It is, without a shadow of a doubt. It absolutely is. I'm probably going to watch Survivor Series now, for sure, this year.
I might actually, too. I don't know. I'm on the fence. I still am on the fence.
We still got a couple months. Don't worry. We got a couple months to decide. He's
got to continue to prove it to me. And so far, he's done a really good job.
Really good job. Let's see. Their next big event they're doing is the whole Scotland thing, Clash of the Clans. My guess is they're going to use that as he might use that, do some invasion angle stuff to kind of relaunch NXT Europe, right? That's
because UK's dead.
That's probably not a stretch. That's not a Mark Stradamus stamp, guys. That's probably too easy to predict. But I don't know. Survivor Series, a couple months up. You guys let us know. Is WWE piquing your interest? Their matches have absolutely gotten better. 100%. They've had
the same match every damn week. And
no.
the writing's a lot better. It's less campy and more fun. I can't explain it. I'm enjoying it.
It's still campy-ish. It's still a little bit, like I said, but they're not going to completely abandon who they are. Who they have, but it's better.
But I mean, legit. Here comes Bailey. Hey Cole, ding dong. I'm like, oh my god. Okay, yeah. love me some Bailey.
Bailey versus Michael Cole, one of the greatest rivalries in all of wrestling. There's also been stuff going on. Have you seen? I'm sure you saw this in IWGP for their women's title. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Stardom? You mean Stardom?
No. I mean the newly announced IWGP Women's Championship Tournament. So New Japan and Stardom are doing a crossover event. And as part of that, IWGP is bringing back a women's title.
No joke.
Yep. I have it right here. Okay. So, round one, they tweeted this out. So IWGP Women's Title Tournament, round one will take place October 2nd in London and will feature international talent. The side of the bracket is the international bracket, and it talks about it. Round one continues on October 22nd in Tachikawa with Stardom talent. Stardom bracket has 4 wrestlers, and international bracket has 3 plus 1 bye. So it's not a huge tournament, but it's still a tournament. So Stardom tweeted this out. So the event is going to be in November, where it's going to be crowned. It's at the New Japan Pro Wrestling Stardom, quote unquote, historic X-over crossover. So the Japanese variant of Forbidden Door, if you would. So, yeah, and they tweeted out, New Japan did, that they have a design for the IWGP Women's Championship. It's supposed to reflect their old retired women's title belt from the mid '90s. So, yeah,
Well,
IWGP.
If they're doing that, I want Dark Starlight Kid to win it. I'm sorry.
Oh God, I want Julia. You know, I love me some Julia. I love Julia so much, but Dark Stardom Kid has been like some of her matches lately have been just like she's like the female Japanese Ray Phoenix. I swear to God, like she just does some stuff.
and her submission game is on point. She did a stretch muffler armbar,
you're searching for names because it didn't exist. She's making shit up.
I've never seen this before, and it's arguably the greatest submission I've ever seen. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, for me to say that means a lot. Hopefully you understand.
Go
Google
at least for this shit. Go Google her. Look her up on Twitter. Like seriously.
Yeah, it happened on August 20th of 2022. And she just did this stretch muffler armbar thingy, and it is the sickest damn move I've ever seen. I'm like, I need to know the name of this move. And it's like, can anybody else do this move? I doubt
it. That's like the third one clip I've seen where she did something that I literally have never seen in my life. I'm like, I don't even know what that is. I know exactly what you're talking about though, man.
I honestly think she's kind of Io Shirai on steroids.
She's got a lot of EO. Her and EO are very similar. They might have had similar trainers, it feels like, because she has a lot of kind of similar movement mannerisms to EO. Still, my vote's still for Julia. We don't know who the international talent is, though. I mean, that has not been revealed. The talent themselves have not been revealed. Julia and Dark, both of them might not be in this. Who knows? Anyway. So I didn't know if you saw that. I just saw that yesterday. So I was like, let me pull that up for Jamie. So
I did not see that.
You did see this. So lots of fallout, speculation, rumors, internet chat, insider sources, drama, bullshit drama around CM Punk last week's mini pipe bomb, whatever the fuck, the whole call out. I love Hanger's actual, I guess his official response from being the Elite.
Yeah, that was great. I don't get too important.
He's too busy trading stupid shit on the Dark Order to go respond. But so with all that being said, there's a bunch of different stories out there. A lot of it's internet trash. What we do know is that yesterday in the afternoon, 3-4 hours before Dynamite happened, Tony Khan did call an all hands on deck, an all hands meeting basically with all the talent. And it was a little bit of Tony Khan being Tony Khan, kind of getting pumped up and doing stuff, but also just to be as transparent as possible that we know there's been a lot of changes. We've been doing things. These are the channels you guys go through. These are who you get to. This is how you get a hold of me. At 24/7, you do this. And Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, kind of like backed him up as well. Just trying to make it that, hey, I feel like what they're doing is trying to nip some stuff in the bud. Now the rumor mill is all over the place with CM Punk. And he even shot a lot of it down. He basically said, all these internet rumors about me not being happy are straight bullshit and blah, blah, blah. And I'm the easy, it's like, I'm not going to sit here and pussyfoot around. If you want to get a hold of me, where my locker room is. Talk to me man to man, whatever, right? Also heard the other side of that coin. Freddie Prinze Jr. was kind of shooting on him, basically saying, hey, he's kind of a dick, right? And Colt Cabana is not the only one who believes that. Apparently, the rumor is that all this started because of Colt Cabana, because Colt Cabana's still there, and apparently, that pissed off CM Punk and sent him on this like rage of like shooting off the cuff against Hangman. That seems a bit far-fetched, if you ask me.
Yeah. I think Colt Cabana being there is what started the Double or Nothing promo from Hanger that we were like, damn, like he's went after him a little bit because it felt like very shootish. And my understanding is it had a lot to do with Colt because honestly, Hanger's been around Colt a lot, just with everything. And basically they kind of shit on Colt as soon as CM Punk showed up.
They kind of did. Although Colt is on official business as we speak in Germany for AEW as we speak. He's over there for the GamesCon with Evil Uno to represent AEW for their video game, our console video game. So,
which looks amazing. I'm buying.
I'm definitely going to buy. I'm gonna wait. I'm not going to pre-order, but I'll wait when it comes out. I'm buying it. Yeah. So I don't know when it's going to be out.
Games.
What?
I've already pre-ordered enough games. I'll wait.
I know. Well, let's see. I want to see it. Let me know that it's out. I don't want to do this pre-order and then wait. Oh, 6 more months. Oh, no, 3 more months. Oh, no, another. Oh, no, another 2 months. No.
Yeah.
Is it available?
I got God of War Ragnarok coming. I got the digital deluxe version of that. I didn't want to get the one with the Thor hammer. But I did also get Hogwarts Legacy.
Okay.
And I got the Dark Wizarding pack or whatever with it. So
I'm excited. I've gotten back into some gaming stuff, so I'm excited for Silk Song, the Hollow Knight follow-up. I'm really excited. I can't remember the name of it, but it's basically No Man's Sky, but better. That's coming out for Xbox next year sometime. I don't remember the name of. Oh my god, it's gonna drive me crazy. But it's like one of the most amazing games I think I've ever seen.
No Man's Sky sucked.
No Man's Sky was a fantastic idea. That never truly materialized. I've heard goals.
I'm playing a game. I need goals and objectives.
I'm with you there. So this is completely different than that. So here it is coming for 20. I have to look this up because I cannot remember the name of this damn thing, and it looks.
Is it the Killer Clowns from Outer Space? Because that looks really cool.
That actually looks like a really fun game. I'm not gonna lie. That actually looks like a really fun game. Where was that? What was that? Oh, there was the Xbox game.
Is it the one where by the guys who were with GTA who left GTA?
I don't know.
Like the Proclaim or something like that. It's something like that. I think I know. Like the it's not the Expanse, but it's something like that.
No, it's something of that nature. It's basically as far as like gaming nerd and like gaming. If you watch any sort of like gaming podcast or gaming channels or anything or gaming Twitch, it's something that's been talked about for the past like 2 or 3 years. And at the Xbox thing that they did a few months ago, they went over it coming up, and it just looks unbelievable. So I'm gonna shut up now because we're getting way off topic here, but
we sure are.
These things happen. It's the truth of the matter is AEW is still a very young company. And they had kind of, they were stay, and then they had some meteoric, they had some big bumps up there, and now they're considered a big player. And growing pains are bound to happen. So, I think this is all sort of stuff. I think the CM Punk stuff's being blown out of proportion. I mean, shit. For a guy who's not happy, he sure is selling a shitload of $130 hockey jerseys on shopaew.com. I'm just saying, so.
Yeah, but he gets a lot of those proceeds too.
That's why. I know, so, hey, the ship is not burning. It is what it is,
Yeah.
I think that AEW has some interesting stuff that they're doing and some challenges for sure. They've had an injury bug hit, but it's full speed ahead for All Out, and I don't buy into a lot of this hype that's being out there, especially the CM Punk is, he wants to jump ship and he's a pain he's the worst person to work with. He might be a little bit of a dick. They all kind of are, right? Everybody's kind of a dick at times. You and I are dicks for sure at times.
Oh, I'm 100% confirmed.
So, hey, it is what it is, guys. All right. That being said, there was a Dynamite last night that has CM Punk among other things. So let's talk about that.
Yeah. About good old Dynamite without a name. That was actually a pretty solid show.
Wasn't even brought to you by anything. It was just Dynamite. Go figure, right?
Dynamite. Not even the House of the Dragon, nothing. Even though House of the Dragon was really good.
I love me some House of Dragon. We could go on about that too, but we won't.
All right. So let's just go ahead. I mean, that's kind of a nice little segue. Let's talk about the opening promo.
Yeah,
2 weeks in a row, starting with the promo.
I mean, and they've been doing a few more besides that, recently too. So I mean,
well, it is the time. Like they have 2 weeks, this Wednesday and next Wednesday, set up All Out, and they haven't even filled the card yet.
Well, they definitely worked on that last night.
This was one of the big steps. So you had Jericho and Daniel Garcia. Jericho demanding an apology, and then Daniel Garcia's like, bro, like what? And then here comes the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. Then Jericho and him start chit-chatting it up, and basically they're gonna have a match at All Out for the custody of one Daniel Garcia.
Daniel Garcia on a pole match.
Yep, you called it.
It was Daniel Garcia's probably his best speaking I've heard him do in AEW.
100%. It was good.
Because he was more genuine. He wasn't just whatever the fuck he's been. So,
yeah, like that was my moment with the guy, my idol. It's like, you could see the idol piece in the way he wrestles. So,
Oh, yeah.
It was fun. So they set that up. And then after that, you had a really damn good match.
This match got Jamie all hot and bothered. Let's be real.
Dax Harwood versus Jay Lethal with Satnam Singh and Sanjay Dutt, of course.
Not ringside though, at least.
No, they came out with him, but then they were there and they just stayed away.
Straight so 1-on-1.
It was a clean match between those two, but it didn't end clean.
The match was good. It was. How about the Chop Fest? Oh,
Dax is not. I mean, okay. I'm going to take the eye on this one of wax poetically about how good Dax Harwood really is. Solo.
Dax is Jamie's male Vita Von Star. Let's be real. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go check out our interview we did. We did an interview with Vita Von Star, and Jamie found his new favorite wrestler. So,
100%. Like I built her in the 90s. But no, like this match had everything. You had sharpshooters, you had lethal combination attempts, and it ends up getting won by a schoolboy got reversed and pulling of the tights, and Jay Lethal gets the dub.
I even appreciate the old school cheat, right?
Yes, me too.
The old school cheat.
But then here comes Sanjay Dutt. Talks about, hey, we're gonna have a trios match at All Out, but I didn't say who was going, and you're gonna go against two of our very close personal friends, and it's fucking Motor City Machine Guns. Yep.
I think the Guns are gonna eventually take the Impact belts off of the Good Brothers, and
I agree.
Later on in the year at an Impact pay-per-view, you're going to have FTR trying to get the belts off of them to complete
all the belts,
to complete their gauntlet.
So the Thanos gauntlet.
But my God, the Machine Guns, don't go past that, because Machine Guns in an AEW pay-per-view. Oh my God. One
especially all out of all of them.
I know, and the Guns have been like, I've any long time listeners here know JJ is a long time old school, like AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, original Abyss with James Mitchell, Mark for TNA. I love that old pre-Hogan TNA, right? Loved
Me
it.
too.
And my God, the Guns. I remember the Guns and Beer Money do a best of 7 series. That was just unbelievable. One of the best things I think I've ever seen.
Remember
You remember that?
yeah.
You've seen, you know what I'm talking about. That thing.
I remember that vividly.
So, Guns and FTR. Oh, and let's be real. That's a lot of supporting around Wardlow, who, I hate to even say this, I'm sorry, Heather, but he is the weakest link in this match. But that's fine because you've got enough supporting cables here to make this a hell of a match. And that's what you do with somebody you're trying to prop up, right?
And let's dive into that because I agree that, yes, he is the weakest link, but I think this is the best possible thing that could happen to him.
It's the best way to do it. Yes.
Like we talked about, he's booked in a corner. This is the best way to get him unbooked out of that damn corner by putting him in this with some guys who are amazing, flippy, spinny guys. As long as they don't have him come in and be the wrecker of worlds and he can just do whatever he wants. Like, as long as they don't do that to him, and which I don't think they would do that,
I don't
especially with
believe
the
they
guns
will.
and everything.
They're not going to start to bowl over Chris Sabin, man. No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I think if they do that, this could legit put Wardlow into the stratosphere. Like, if he has a really good match, and then right after this, he gets into a feud with somebody, and it's an amazing feud that goes back and forth, some great ass matches. Like, I don't know, Miro, just throwing somebody out there.
I think you're spot on with that. Him and Miro can go to town. I think that, depending on what they do for setup for this here, have him work some time with Alex Shelley, because Alex Shelley's trained a shitload of people, and he knows his stuff. He is a smart a matchmaker, so let him kind of go with it, and we can get because we've seen pieces of it. We can get flippy spinny Wardlow. That's when he's the best, because you really don't expect. It's like when you used to see Samoa Joe back in those old TNA days do like a tope con hero. You're like, what the fuck is that? This is the best way to prop him up, right? Instead of just putting him against somebody who's going to squash.
Yeah. So after this, you had a backstage segment, and it caught me off guard. But then, it made me start thinking. I'm like, okay, I saw this coming.
Okay, I didn't. I missed this completely.
So Thunder Rosa had to relinquish her title and is unable to compete at All Out. So they've turned in the women's championship into a fatal 4-way between Toni Storm, Hikaru Shida, Jamie Hayter, and one Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. But Thunder's hurt, and I've been thinking about this a lot lately, and I looked and I'm like, man, she hasn't been right for a while. Like, she didn't look right when she was in Kansas City. She did sandbag. She didn't look right like a couple weeks before that in one match, I think against Jamie Hayter or somebody. It just didn't look right. And she's starting to wear more pants because she had her leg taped, and she's had her leg taped for like months. So I'm thinking she tore something, and it just finally hit the point where she can't do it.
They were just duct taping it together, and it's like, no, we have to fix this, or you're going to be long-term fucked.
Yeah, or you're going to, walk with a cane by the time you're 36, and she's 34, You
could just said a couple years, but yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know how she really is.
Potato. Yeah. Okay.
She's old enough to have a teenage son. That's all I know.
I mean,
sad.
I never really, I said I didn't really put two and two together too much on that, but now that you've mentioned it, she hasn't looked right for months since before. Mm-hmm. I think probably since she won the belt. I think she might have, and she might have had some ongoing stuff because remember when Matt Jackson was out for a long time? Well, he had a issue, and he revealed he also has a partially ruptured LCL.
Mm-hmm.
But he wasn't getting it fixed because it's one of those where it's not serious enough to get. So those tendons don't always need like immediate attention, right? You know, so that probably is what it was, and it's just gotten progressively worse. So good call on you for picking that up because I didn't.
So I mean, I was already dead set that she was going to drop the title at All Out.
Yeah, well.
And then she was getting so I was thinking that, and then it's like, okay, so then the Marcus Drama thing goes, okay, she was just gonna try to make it there, have a good match, drop it to Tony, then she can go off in the sunset, get healed, and then come back. Well, her body said no. Nah, dog, that's a no for me, dog.
Mm-hmm. And Tony probably is like, it's probably a smarter idea to do this as well, booking wise, because now you get Hater, who's get over as fuck. I hope we get a Hater Hater face turn on Britt in the middle of the match.
Oh, me too.
Tony, who I believe is going to walk away with a strap. Plus Sheeta back in a championship match again. Thank you, Holy Sheeta, or Kenny Omega, one of the two.
That's a low blow.
I know. That's a. I'm sorry. Are they officially an item or
a thing? I mean, they are.
They pretty much are, but they're not. Whatever. Maybe there's really good.
It's not Facebook official.
Let's stop that. Okay, stop.
Okay.
What do you? So
you're pandering. You're pandering dirt.
Thoughts of the now? We didn't get 2 women's matches tonight, but we got this announcement. So let's dwell on the 2 women's matches, Tony. God damn it, 2 women's matches. What are your thoughts about the 4-way?
I mean, usually you got paid double for that kind of action, Cotton. No, I think it's actually. I think it turned in what was going to be a good match into potentially an amazing match because Jamie Hayter is amazing, Toni Storm is amazing, Hikaru Shida is amazing, and we all know Britt Baker is really, 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 really damn good, damn near at the special level. Like,
yeah.
Her in-ring ability is of the 4. Britt's at the is number 4 on
okay.
in-ring ability. In-ring ability, but the entire package, Britt's number 1.
She's by a moonshot. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because she's so special. But like some of the greatest people that we think of as wrestlers weren't exactly the best wrestler.
That's a very good point. There's a stellar point, as a matter of fact.
You know, and that's her.
Look at her most memorable matches, specifically the lights out match against Rosa. That was just a bloodbath. That wasn't a technical wrestling anything. That was just a fuck you, let's go to town shit. But you're right.
Yeah,
I don't know. I like this because there's a lot of opportunities here for some development, some storyline cultivation. Specifically, like I already made mention, I want to see a Jamie Hayter turn, right? I want to see Jamie Hayter cost Britt, maybe inadvertently, and then Britt turns on her, and then Hayter hulks up afterwards. But but you've got Cheetah in there too, and there's So I think that's definitely lemonade out of the lemons for sure.
Yeah, they did really good there. And then right after this, though, let's just talk about more All Out. You had Billy Gunn with the Acclaimed, which I really appreciate Max Caster's rap talking about a all
talent meeting.
Yeah, all talent meeting. I really like that. Thank you. And then you had Colton Gunn with Austin Gunn. I
believe that's Todd Ass. The younger one is Todd, and so Rod and Todd.
Rod and Todd, yes. So and Stokely Hathaway sitting out on the front row. Billy actually does pretty good in the beginning, but of course the brothers do their thing, and they're able to find a way, get the win, hit him with a Colt 45
after a low blow.
After a low blow, Colton Gunn gets the W, and then after that, the Ass Boys start attacking the Acclaimed, and here come Swerve into Your Glory to make the save.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Sets up a match at All Out between those guys.
Maybe. They actually announced their match later on, but
yeah, they did. I'm just like, so I have to talk about it.
You're dangling it. Don't tease the people, but who hasn't
Yeah,
seen
so
it?
it's happening. It's like okay. So
But the takeaway was that they did accept the cards from Stokely, so they're part of Stokely's collection of beautiful men thing, I guess, right now. So Stokely's got a faction somehow: Lee Moriarty, Ethan Page, and the Ass Boys. I mean, you could do some stuff with that.
Yeah,
I don't know what. Absolutely. There doesn't seem to be like a commonality thread in there at all, but. I mean, you got Stokely in the middle of it, so it could be magic, I'm sure.
Oh, for sure. After this, there is a backstage United Empire thing with Death Triangle. It was pretty fun. But then you had Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, in her Pittsburgh gear. By the way, did I mention that they are in Cleveland, the place that hates Pittsburgh probably more than any other?
We hate them too.
States.
It's okay. Sean Watson fans, all those sons of bitches.
Anyway, going against Kylan King, who is from Cleveland, Ohio.
Roughly. This is their second week in a row being on Dynamite. To your point earlier in the show, she better get a contract. She deserves it.
She was also on Dark and got the win on Dark.
Yeah, and they set up this match. They set a feud for this match, or a mini feud, basically, with her beating up Britt on Dark. I mean,
yeah,
Kylan King, man, she's
Kylan
the future. She is God.
She gives me female Sheamus vibes hard.
Oh yeah, is that the red hair?
Not just it's probably the red hair, and like she's more white than Ghost of Christmas Past. But no, like honestly, kind of some of her moveset, because she is big and strong. You know, like she uses her legs a lot. Sheamus likes to use his legs a lot. You know, it's one of those things. Like she is a kick meister.
She doesn't do the typical. She doesn't do the typical like female powerhouse shtick, right? You know,
yeah,
it's not like Awesome Kong or Jessica Havoc, or it's definitely Sheamus is a good comparison.
Yeah,
I mean, the match itself was could have been longer, from my opinion.
It could have been longer, but it was really good.
And the crowd was very into it.
Very, very, very into it.
Especially because Britt Baker rarely gets, even though she's a heel, she often gets cheered for, but she definitely was having Pittsburgh suck chants thrown at her in the middle of it.
Oh, yeah.
As a Steeler fan, I loved every second of, because it's fucking Cleveland.
And as a Kansas City Chiefs fan, I didn't care.
Right, exactly. If it was like a Raider thing going on, once again, I don't care.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
After the match, Toni Storm comes out. Jamie Hayter gets after her, and then here comes Hikaru Shida. But when Jamie Hayter came out, she happened to have Rebel with her, who had a giant, terrible towel. So that was a nice little, another dig at the town, which I think is funny, because Rebel used to be a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader.
Indeed, she was.
Fun fact.
So they got a tag match set up between the four of them next week too. So they're prepping up this match quite a bit. They have to, since they've had to get a late start on selling it. But one women's match, but still, it was a good one, and it was good stuff. It shows that you could do two women's matches, Tony. Two, just give me two, just two. All right.
All right. Let's get to it, shall we?
Yeah. What we teased you, there's a promo real quick. Serving the Glory offered the Acclaim a title shot at All Out, and they accepted. Which I'm for that match. First,
I am too.
Storyline wise,
I would love to see
I don't get
it though.
Yeah, I don't get it storyline wise, but my God, how over the Acclaimed? Cleveland,
dude, they're so over, and I love them.
One of the biggest pops of the night, man.
I've loved them since day one.
We have
Max Caster reps. Yeah, we both have.
Pandemic. We called them. I remember. I called them a young team 3D Dudley Boys. Right? They had that. And I think I stand by it. They are a team that in 15 years, everyone's going to be looked back and remember when they were little nobodies at the beginning of AEW?
Yeah. So after this, you had the AEW World Heavyweight Championship unification match.
It was not what I was expecting.
Not at all.
To say the least.
I was expecting something to happen. To make this match not happen. I was expecting something, MJF, to happen.
Yeah. If you want to rewind the tape, folks, Jamie predicted a large storyline piece. And this match was the first salvo in it. And I'll let him explain what has happened to his transcript for this story in a moment. It's
5-minute squash match. It was a 5-minute squash match, ladies and gentlemen. A 5-minute fucking squash match.
I mean, CM Punk, he sold an injury or actually did injure him.
His foot. Hurt his foot. I'm calling bullshit right now because, like, it was his plant foot on the kick. I'm like, okay, that's something right there that a little weird. And then, dude, both Taz and JR were ready for it too. It's like, oh, like did he come back too soon? What the hell happened? He got his ass whooped. That's what happened. And it's like, oh yeah, JR had that one in the bank, ready to cash.
It was circled, highlighted on his sheet, time
Yeah,
stamp.
they said each other. Yeah. Dude, like, Moxley gets the unification. It was a fucking joke of a match. And I do feel like this was 100%. You think you're bigger than us? Mox, squash, fuck off.
Well, I read, and once again, this is reported by Fightful Select, but I don't know any whatever to it. But apparently, the idea for this match being so soon, instead of happening at All Out, and for it being quick, it stemmed from Mox. And everybody behind the scenes loved it, and then they got CM Punk on board with it. That's what I read. I don't know the truth of that.
It really feels like because they had that talent meeting, all these rumors swirling, and then he gets squashed. Like, it lines up, in my opinion.
You think it was? So you think this was a lesson they were teaching him?
Yeah.
See, my question.
I don't care how big you are.
Oh, I don't disagree. That's a very astute, observation, probably truthful. But my question all revolves around this. Well, what do you do now? You're 2 weeks out.
That's where I'm at.
You're 2 weeks out from All Out. The most obvious answer that I can think of to that is you have a return match. You have a doctors be damned, CM Punk's going to crawl his ass to the ring somehow in his hometown and fight against this unbeatable monster match, right? I don't know what else you can do with that, The Hangman angle, you basically killed that. The MJF thing could be a thing.
Friday, I'm calling it.
Say what?
Hangman's going to be busy on Friday. I'm calling it.
Yeah. They had a graphic that showed Fridays. It had two of the members of Dark Order.
But where's 10?
With 10, we know Uno's in Germany, but where was 10 at? Like you talked about, somebody's gonna get taken out. Hanger's gonna fill in. That's probably. But the Hanger goes out of it. MJF, if he's gonna come back at All Out, he's gonna come back at All Out as, either he's going to come out. They announced that they're going to have the Casino Battle Royal, so he's either going to be the Joker in the Battle Royal, win that, and then maybe pop up after the title match as a thing, which makes a lot of damn sense. Or he'll come back afterwards out of the crowd after the match. But I don't know. It's like you can't not have a title. You can't not have this belt and Moxley not on the card at All Out.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
It's got to be a rematch,
right?
It feels like it should be. Like, it feels like CM Punk next week is gonna be like, that was complete bullshit. My foot gave out on me, and I'll do everything. I'll fight through it. Blah 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 blah. And then Mox be like, you're just a piece of shit, and you're not even the 5th best wrestler here, and call me the 3rd best of any group. I'm the best damn guy there is. I'm not just some other guy. Blah 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 blah. And then you're going to set up for All Out for CM Punk to amazingly, miraculously find a way to win because he was booed out of that fucking arena tonight. He'll find some way to win it. Cue MJF.
I think it still could happen. I have no idea what else you would do with that. Unless you don't have a title match at All Out, which is...
My story is still there. It's
not completely in tatters, but it definitely took a turn. And I'm with you. I 100% think it's kayfabe. I don't believe he's actually hurt. There are some that
at all,
but I'm like, he is one of the best in the world because he can sell that good. So, anywho. Surprise of the night for sure, though. I mean, I did not see that coming.
I 100% did not see that coming. And if you did, like,
buy a lottery ticket.
Yeah. If you circled Jon Moxley's going to win a squash match for title unification on your bingo card, you just against CM Punk. Just go ahead and buy yourself a couple lottery tickets and make sure you send us some of that money because we told you to do that.
All right. Do you want to? There's a bunch of promos. Do you want to go? Can we just go to
Christian Cage? Okay, so Christian Cage accepted Jungle Boy's match at All Out. That's set up now. Then you had an in-ring segment, a very solid promo by one Ricky Starks coming out doing his best Rock impersonation with his attire.
Solid Rock.
This just obviously about 150 pounds lighter. So he challenged Hobbs to a match at All Out, which Hobbs did accept in the background, didn't actually show him accepting, so they're going to go at it All Out. Then you had Moxley just again going off about how he's the best and it's his time. His time is now.
It was a very John Cena promo. It was weird. My time is now, and I go.
I know. This is the first thing I thought of too.
You can't not think of it. All right,
you can't. All right. Match of the night, ladies and gentlemen. I'm calling it the match of the night.
Oh, this was
we
match
both know that this is JJ's match of the night.
One of my match had thus far, dude. This is amazing.
Yeah, I don't disagree. This match is the first match I think I know of that had not one, not two, but three people that are in question if they are human or not.
And the answer is no. I mean, quarterfinal match, winners face Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks in the Trios tournament. You have Death Triangle. For those of you not familiar, that is the Lucha Brothers and Pac versus the United Empire of Jamie's shirt bearer there, Mr. Bill, William Osprey, and Aussie Open, the new NWJP Strong Tag Champs.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The last time Pac and Osprey, they made mention this in the promo earlier. Last time they wrestled together in a ring was in England. It was a 30-minute draw, and it was as good as you could imagine it would be. And they start this match. I'm just taking this over. They start this match with Phoenix and Osprey. I
know, that's what I wanted to say.
In anything you can do, I can do better, flippy spinny reversal game. And that's when JJ said, I'm not even going to get up to make dinner. I'm just ordering pizza because I can't miss a second of this.
Don't want to miss a thing. This match.
And they gave it like a half hour too. They started this thing like
two commercial breaks or 2 or 3 commercial breaks. It was, Like you had a triple over the top rope by Death Triangle. You had the reversal city between Phoenix and Osprey. You had Phoenix going for a Hurricane Rana in the corner, and here comes Osprey just popping out like he always does, laying on his feet.
How about the
Like
double Spike Rana?
The double Spike Rana. Oh my god, the tandem doubles.
The double Spike Rana. Oh,
yeah, they went to straight fucking in and out, man. This is the double. It was just, oh my god, like
and
this match had
everything.
Everything.
And we're saying all of this. Aussie Open. If you don't watch a lot of New Japan, you don't know who they are probably, and you should. They are so good. I can't really think of who they remind me of because they're such a mixture of a lot of different types of tag teams I'd seen over the years. You know, but oh my god, they're so good. And everything. Like I said, this was my dream match. Penta and Pac and Ray and Osprey, and just put it in my eye holes. Let's go. Oh my god.
Yeah, it had everything, and then at the end, it had Kip Sabian finally attacking Pac, which I thought was great. Finally got that payoff. Kip Sabian is back, and it was just enough to cause a distraction for Osprey to hit Phoenix with the Oz Cutter. Your winners and advancing to the semifinals, the United Empire, which was very shocking to me, especially because the entrance for the freaking Death Triangle was phenomenal.
Unfortunately, I hate to say this. I'm just gonna put it out there though. I feel like it's a telltale that AEW started to do. With very few exceptions, the big entrances tend to be the people who lose the match. Ruby gets Rancid playing Ruby Soho at Double or Nothing. She loses, right? You know, you have a bunch of big, like when you have the real big, theatrical ones, except for a couple of things. I remember the Lucha Brothers when they won the tag titles at All Out last year was one that I can think of. And, in San Antonio, Thunder Rosa getting the mariachi, she won the AEW women's title. But other than that, most of the times the big over the top entrances tend to be the ones who lose the match. So I don't know. I'm
It's completely reverse of WWE because anybody who had big entrances in WWE always won.
So maybe I'm overreacting of that. But my God, this match. Go watch this match if you haven't. Go watch it again if you have. I'm probably going to watch it 5 more times because I want so. Oh my God.
But the big thing about this though, for me, is right after Kenny Omega's music hits. And you are going to get Kenny Omega, Will Ospreay, finally.
Now, I hate to say it like this. Is there going to be an asterisk on that because of Omega's definitely not 100%?
There might be, but it gives us promise that it will happen again. Because Ospreay's contract is up next year.
Well, and JR was talking a lot of. He even said the words on TV. I'd love to see this guy with an AEW contract.
Yeah, who wouldn't?
We would, of course we would. I mean, he's gonna be on 2 weeks in a row. He was here in Kansas City. We saw him. He wrestled in St. Louis. Mm-hmm. He's wrestled several other. He wrestled at Forbidden Door. He's wrestled quite a bit in AEW. Honest to God.
Yeah, he really has. So it could be a matter of time.
With our relationship with New Japan, too, that door's not closed. He still has his ability to go overseas. I mean, look at Pac. Pac's been over in England for the past 6 weeks fucking around, over there with the All-Atlantic title. So he can still do his Rev Pro stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, Osprey.
I mean, God, that'd be amazing. But, for the women that listen to our show, Heather and others, my daughters were very excited to see Aussie Open and Will Ospreay because, quote unquote, they're hot. And who's the guy who's double cheeked up? I'm like, what does that even mean?
Double cheeked up?
Yeah, there one of the Aussie Open guys was wearing like the tight shorts, and I guess he's got a fat butt, like just a big juicy butt. That's what my 12-year-old daughter told me, Jessica. She's like, "Oh, he's double cheeked up." I'm like, "What does that even mean?" And I'm like,
Oh, that
"I'm
was
so
Jessica
old."
told
Yeah, I thought that's pretty funny.
you
So
that?
the Aussie Open is 100% approved by the Faulkner women in this house. So I just want to make sure everybody's clear on that one.
UE and
Double-
FWO form an alliance. I don't know.
I mean,
I'll have to
the
side with
girls
the
will.
House of Black with the J Money Club. We got a new logo, by the way. Yeah. Well, still build up for. So that's going to happen next week. We're going to get Omega, Osprey, sort of. It's a trios match, but I'm with you.
Yeah.
I think that there will be a singles match, and when that happens, I think it'll be just as magical as when we had Omega, Danielson last year at Grand Slam.
Mm-hmm.
It will be. So, okay. Final thoughts on Dynamite of the week that was in wrestling.
The championship match pissed me off, but it totally just went out of my mind as soon as that main event happened. So I'm all good.
If it wasn't for that main event, I told Jamie this. If it wasn't for that main event, I wasn't going to speak very highly of this Dynamite at all. I mean, it set up a lot of matches for All Out, sure, right? But until and Dax J was good, but until that main event happened, but that, my God, everybody knows I'm a sucker for flippy Spanish shit, and that main event just got me all over the place. So
Samesies.
So we got. So fresh reminder, tomorrow night, you're not doing anything, get yourself downtown Kansas City over to the West Bottom, Sunshine Park. Sunshine Park? That's not right.
Lemonade Park.
Lemonade Park. Sunshine Park. What the fuck am I saying? Lemonade Park for, I don't know, for Journey Pros, Weekend of Journeys 2. Should be fantastic time. After party afterwards at the ship.
CSW Saturday.
Oh, that is this Saturday, too. I totally forgot about that. It's Horseman Country. Arn Anderson in town.
I'm okay.
Yeah, me too. But lots of good stuff coming up here. We got a good build up for All Out. WWE's been coming back. I mean, a renaissance of wrestling. Let's call it that, because it feels like good wrestling is prevailing. After dealing with some crap for a long time, we just have good wrestling all over the place. And even when AEW has its kind of falters, they take Osprey and Phoenix and Pac and Aussie Open and Pentagon and say, go, So, I mean, good wrestling is out there, guys. And, support your local wrestling. We always say this, we say it a lot, but I feel we could say it more. Support local wrestling. Go see a show. Go see an indie show. It's a good time for all.
It will change your life. They're so fun. So fun.
Absolutely. Especially if you go to one with us, because you get to sit by Jamie and hear him yell Lion Tamer.
Lion Tamer! Definitely going to hear a few tomorrow.
There will be a few tomorrow night. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We do appreciate you guys giving us some of your time. While you're here, if you're on YouTube, like, subscribe. It does help us with the algorithm and all that jazz. Seriously. We do appreciate it. But we will see you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Jamie, take us home, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not down with Total Spotfest, I got 6 words for you.
6? Jesus Christ, Jamie. Okay.
Big Trouble in Little China is amazing.
All right, guys. We'll see you next time.
Peace.
It's not.
It is.